Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have already covered autopilot for developer and autopilot for tester. So now we are planning to cover autopilot for everyone in the very depth way, right? I'm just going to recap my autopilot for everyone. Uh, let me show you again the older fashion PPT. So if you see, so what the feature is provided by the autopilot for everyone, right? So generally the autopilot for everyone is a AI based assistant that only help business user to boost their daily day-to-day task, right? So so this is not any automation or anything. This is one of the agent that is help to the user for boost up their productivity, right? And it's only work in the attended mode, right? We cannot run autopilot for everyone in unattended. It will run in attended, right? So you can trigger from your UiPath assistant and then run any types of things. So if you see in the bottom what the features they can do, or what are the capability this autopilot for everyone has. So first one is generative AI. So this autopilot for everyone has capability to create any content, draft any mail, analyze the data, or in right, and it's also generate the insight based on the data, right? And they have also feature of the context grounding. So the context grounding is basically we are using for our knowledge base. Suppose we have some knowledge based data, and we want to take some decision based on the knowledge base, right? So we are this in the context rounding, we can just upload our file, uh, or and on the basis of those file or data, it will our agent will take the decision, or LLM will take the decision. So it will avoid any hallucination type of things. It will not go whole word. It will only take the information from the respective location, and if they are able to found, then they provide the detail. If they are not able to found, then it will also not provide any it will not give any detail, right? But if you're not in context rounding, then it will go in the whole world from the internet, and they search anything, and then they provide something some data that is not relevant to us or our requirement, right? Or what we are working. So to handle those type of scenario, this context rounding we are using. So this feature is also available in autopilot for everyone. And third one is automation, right? So you can also run your existing RPA process with autopilot, right? So you can simply give the command, and by using those command, your RPA process will be executed. And they have also the clipboard AI feature. So the clipboard AI is one of the powerful copy pasting tool. So you can copy and paste data from any source to any destination, right? That is one of the most powerful AI powered tool, right? So we'll see all these things how it's working, right? So let me move and see how the autopilot is working and how we can enable, right? So let me go back again. So if you open your UiPath assistant, so now if your version is you have already UiPath 24.10.5 above, then you are able to see this extra uh, tab, right? That's called autopilot, right? Earlier, if your studio version rolled in, then you are not able to see this fourth tab, right? So suppose this tab is visible, but if you see here, we are not able to see any prompt type of activity, right? So that means for this tenant, my autopilot for everyone is not installed. So we need to do the setup. So previous video already we tell you how to do the setup, but let's come back and recap again, right? So how to do the setup. So this is one of the Fresh orchestrator, right? So I have created this. I have logged in the cloud and created one new orchestrator. Everything is fresh. So how we can enable your autopilot for everyone for this tenant? So let me show you how. Let me show you the steps, right? So first you need to come here on this. You have to either you can go or admin section, or you have option to go on automation ops, right? So you need to go on automation ops, right? If you come back on the automation ops, then you are able to see this type of dashboard. That dashboard contains governance, manage feed, source control, solution management, pipeline. Right? So everyone has the different feature, but let's see, move only on the governance. Right here, you see only policy and deployment is visible. Right. So before going to this, let me come back and let me open the admin section. So if you click on admin tab, so you need to come here in the org level of tenant. You see, so in your process, maybe in your orchestrator, maybe you have multiple tenant. So for enabling autopilot for everyone, first you need to go on the org level. So only org level admin has authority to enable the autopilot for everyone. So we need to go on the org level tenant, then need to click on AI trust layer, right? So I just click on AI Tesla, then we are able to see this type of tabs, some summary, audit, AI governance, right? And then autopilot for everyone. So this AI governance is same thing, right? So and then autopilot for everyone, right? And then you also see context routing. Maybe here another tab will be visible. That is either LLM integration, but right now this is not visible. But hopefully that's also visible. It's fine. So now we are not going on those points. So just focus on this autopilot for everyone. So if I click on autopilot for everyone tab, then you see here tenant is visible. So right now I have only one select. I need to select my tenant. So if you select my tenant, then just see install autopilot for everyone. So that means as of now, autopilot for everyone is not installed on my system or my tenant, right? So so they are asking some predefined, right? So they are asking some prerequisites. Enable it, right? So if you see this button is gray out, right? So for enabling this, I need to go again in this AI governance, right? Or governance policy. So we you have two ways. So if you see again, come back on the automation ops section. So here I come on the governance, and you see we have a policy and deployment. So I come on the policy. I need to click on add product policy. Just see here. So this button I need to click. So I need to click and then you we need to add a policy. So I'm working for AI test layers. I just keep here uh, autopilot pilot underscore April. Right. Just give any name. Right. And I'm going to add this. So once I click on add button, so just see here. So this here you see these three tabs will be visible, right? Product toggle, feature toggle, and model. So I need to turn on this entropics. So simply I click on save button. So once you add this and click on save button, then the policy has been added. Now I need to install those policy to my tenant. So as of now, where you need to install, you need to select those tenants. So for my cases, I have only one tenant, so I need to install this autopilot for everyone for this tenant. So what the policy we have created, we just need to assign those policy. So if you see, so we have here AI trust layer. So I have created one policy, so I just need to assign those policy for my tenant, default tenant, and simply I need to click on save button. That's all. It's a very simple, right? So if I again come back on mm, my admin section, right? So go back on AI test layer. This time, if I come back on autopilot for everyone, if I select this, so just see now two things they are enable, right? Enable Anthropics model is correct, and enable user license management that's already enabled. So that means we required some license that is already assigned to my user. But they are asking enable document understanding, right? So we also need to enable the understanding services, right? So where it is available. So again, I need to come back on this, right? So where is the services? I need to come on this tenant. I need to click this services. If you see, we have multiple services enabled for this tenant. So as of now, only three services is available. I need to enable document understanding. So right now, document understanding service is not enabled. I come back on the service section. I just need to select this document understanding and simply I come back on add button. So now I enabling this document understanding service for this tenant. So so just see autopilot for everyone is asking this document understanding service also, right? So now let's come back again on the admin section. If I come back here, org level admin, then autopilot for everyone section. Let me select this. If I select this, now this time just see this gray button will be highlighted. So they are asking to install autopilot for everyone. I just click on install button. So this is going to this is if you see in the background, they are just trying to install the autopilot for everyone on my system, right? So let's wait for a couple of minutes. Autopilot has been installed on my this tenant, right? And if you see now it's got installed and lots of things will be visible here. I am able to see autopilot for everyone. Starting prompt is visible here. Context rounding tool, advanced settings, license setting, everything is visible here, right? So let me come back on this UiPath assistant. So right now, if you see here, nothing will be happen, right? So what I need to do, I simply need to we have two options. Either you need to refresh this policy, right? So in the bottom of your menu bar, we have a policy, right? Let me just refresh this policy. If you see, this is one of the icon for my UiPath assistant. I just clicking on refresh policy, right? So once I click on refresh policy, this assist then this autopilot assistant will be automatically doing something, right? If you see, it's loading something. So it's yeah. So now everything is done. So look like everything is loaded. They're asking role. So suppose what is your role? So suppose my role is you need to give your role and department and location. So my role I'm giving my technical architect, right? Department let me give IT, anything you can give. Right. I simply click on next button. So once I click on next button, then they loaded my profile. If you need to change, if you see now this type of prompt will be coming, right? And this is the autopilot for everyone screen. So here you can do the context rounding. Here you can do the you can search anything. It will generate your detail, right? So this is the layout for the autopilot for everyone that's visible to user, and it will help the business user to boost up their productivity, right? So we have lots of thing here. Right. If you see here, so this is something my name, email ID, so technical role. If you need to change your role and department, you can also do this, right? And if I go down here, so you have user nodes, we have a data source, we have a automation. So user nodes means you can add n number of nodes. So suppose you are working on some task, right? Or any searching prompt, and you need to do some additional work, or even that you need to avoid some add some extra word for each user that is repetitive, or even that you also have to restrict someone, right? Suppose you're working on some task, right? You don't want and you want to add some exception validation logic also, right? So you can add those exception validation logic or in the plain text, and uh, once your prompt will be working, the prompt will also go and check anything is available here in the user note or not. Just for example, let me give a simple example. Suppose I'm working on one of the organization, right? And now uh, I I put my paper, right? So some organization don't want to give any normal leave to the people if they are working if they already put the paper, right? So for such scenario, the business team who is working on something, their payroll related work, they can or leave related work, so they can check if this user if the leave request coming from this user A, then don't allow for those users, right? So something that type of comment they can add here, right? Topic and value. So if suppose Islam is planning to take leave, then don't allow those leave, right? So that type of detail you can add here in the topic in this note section. And if any prompt or anything is coming related to the leave, then it will not allow to do. So that type of restriction or business type business exception or business note you can add. But if any extra things you try to add on each email or each detail, then such things you can add in the note. So after it will work on those, right? And data source, it's working for the context grounding six type of activity, so you can use for this. And automation, if you have already created some automation, so all the automation will be visible here, and you can run your automation with this uh, autopilot for everyone, right? So note down here. So for making your RPA process working with autopilot, you need to first add your uh, RPA process enable ready for autopilot, right? So you have one label, that label you need to turn on, so that only those RPA process will be visible here and your agent will work. It will not work for all the process, right? Default. So you need to forcefully give those process to work with autopilot, right? So we'll see how it's work once we go on the when we run any process with automation, right? However, maybe in the previous video I have already shown in the high level, but here we will go in the depth layer, right? So now these are the setups things. Now, okay, if you see, suppose you are working on daily day-to-day activity, right? So you also need to configure these prompts, right? So if you see these are the prompt and some details, some by default message is working, right? Some text is already written here, right? Some argument variable is already available here, right? So suppose you are working day to day, so you don't it will help to create a pre-built prompt, and that prompt, if customer will come, they can use the same prompt and simply click on run button, right? So it will also help to create your own custom prompt, right? So where you need to add those custom prompt, that section you come here in autopilot for everyone. So you need to select this tenant, and then autopilot for everyone. Here you see start prompt, right? So you need to come on the start prompt. You need to select the folder. Suppose which folder you are working. If you see, so you can upload any prompt from a CSV file, or you can create your prompt, right? So if you see, you need to give department and then category, subcategory. So all these things is available. So as of now, I'm just going giving the high overview, right? So next video I will explain you how you can create a prompt. But just see, so this prompt, by using this prompt, you can customize your department wise day-to-day prompt. So it will help to it will help to improve the or boost up the performance. And this is the context grounding section. So once you are working on any knowledge base detail, so you need to come here, and then you need to create an index, right? So these index will be helping to uh, point to your database, right? Point to your document, knowledge based document, right? So if you see, they are working on only two way. One is storage bucket, another is IS service, right? If I go on so hope you are already aware of storage bucket. The storage bucket we are creating against each folder, right? But let me show you what is this is IS connection. So this IS connection is basically uh, you can say Dropbox or OneDrive, or what we can say SharePoint, right? If you see Dropbox, Google Drive, and Microsoft OneDrive and SharePoint. So suppose you can also upload your document in the either OneDrive or Google Drive or Share Drive or SharePoint, right? So suppose you have already the some knowledge based document, and this autopilot will be only go to those location and read the information, and on the basis of those information it help to the user. Right. So you have two way. Either you can we have multiple way to store the document. So either Dropbox, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, SharePoint, or storage bucket. So you have also option to upload the document in the storage bucket. Right. So where is storage bucket is visible? So suppose we are working on any orchestrator. Right. So I have this orchestrator here you see one of the tab storage bucket. You need to create any storage bucket, right? Right. Suppose I'm adding autopilot, right? Just for demo purpose, right? So this storage bucket has been created. Here you can upload any file, and that file you can just refer. So in this way, this context rounding will work. Right. So any queries till now you can just ping me on my chat. So this is the high level of autopilot feature, how it's working. So in the upcoming video, I will go depth level, how we can create a prompt and how we can generate the insight, right? And then context rounding we will do. So those type of testing will do, those type of demo will do, right? So in this video, our focus is just show how this autopilot for everyone is looking, right? How to set up from scratch, right? And another thing, suppose you have, suppose okay, so another things, if any new user is coming, so what you need to do, those new users should have access of this my workspace, right? So this my workspace folder should be enabled for new user. Otherwise, they are not able to see this autopilot screen, right? This screen they are not able to see. So how to enable this? So you need to come on the tenant section. You need to go on the manage accesses. You need to you need to okay, you need to enable those user. So suppose this is my user. Where is my name? Yeah, this one. So suppose this is my name. So what they need to do? They need to come back here, right? Manage access. Sorry. So I need to come here, manage accesses, edit user account configuration, UI activity. Okay, personal automation settings, personal automation setup, enable run automation. Okay, so look like something got changed, and so it look like yeah, UiPath has updated some version. Yeah, so in the previous version we are able to see uh, enable local workspace, right? So I need to check where it is visible. Yeah, but you need to enable those, and also those user you need to come on this folder section. This is autopilot folder. So user ID should be added in this autopilot folder. So only those user is able to view this, right? So two things you need to do for user, you need to add those user in this autopilot folder, right? Another thing, this my workspace should be enabled for those user, right? So these two things you need to take care when we are enabling autopilot for everyone. Okay, so till now I'm binding this call, and next call I will come up on the uh, how to use this context grounding, how to use this searching and creating the custom prompt. Thank you.